Welcome to the HR Happy Hour Work Break with Steve, and today George LaRock. George, how you been, man?
Hey, I'm
Good to
good.
see
I'm
you.
good. Good to see you. Thanks for having me. I watch you guys do these, and I always think it looks like so much fun. So I am excited to be here.
Yeah, it is actually pretty fun. We goof around a lot. We kind of do some businessy stuff, some work stuff, but a lot of times we just have fun with it. So you're having fun. You're out and about. Like, what's going on?
I like so many people right now. I'm in you're live. I am juggling, childcare, to work household, on the fly, and happy to be doing it. It's like every day, but yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm just trying to look behind over your shoulder, like there's like any screaming kids in the back seat
No,
there.
no, no, no. I wouldn't do that to you. I when we hang up, I will go pick up. I'll get out of the car and go do the pickup.
All right, good job. Well, good that you're with us. So we were chatting before we hit the live button, and we were both sort of semi lamenting how busy we've been, even during 18 or 14 months of pandemic. Like some things are, I feel like I've never been busier. You're kind of saying the same thing. Like, what's been going on, for you lately?
Yeah, it's been really surreal, right? Like it's on one hand, there's all this terrible stuff happening in the world with the pandemic, and right now, I know, I mean, I'm vaxxed and we're optimistic and all that, but while this has all been happening, I was always waiting for the other shoe to drop
Sure.
with business and work. And while there's certainly an impact, things changed. The other shoe never really dropped. So it's been really, I'm very fortunate, very grateful to be so busy. But it's been like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt, George, and I feel the same way. And so it's hard to complain when so many people have had such a tough time in the last year plus. But I think the thing that's getting to me now, again, like I've come all the way around maybe 3 times on this, is really looking forward to getting out of this home office. Like I've moved my home office a couple times, but like, the relentlessness of being in that same office day after day after day after day is like I'm ready to get out, and we will be getting out soon. There's really good news, really optimistic news around vaccines, around capacity restrictions being removed.
Yep.
Vegas is reopening, and a lot of the trade shows that we go to are out in Vegas. So we'll be getting out there soon, and I'm excited about that. But George, I'm more excited about something else. You may not be familiar, but I'm going to have to shout them out. I put on my Wolfsburg jersey for today's show. VfL Wolfsburg, George, in the Bundesliga, if you're not familiar, clinched over the weekend, a spot in next year's Champions League. Wolfsburg clinched 4th place in the Bundesliga, which is okay. We didn't win the Bundesliga, but came in 4th, which means Champions League football next season for Wolfsburg. And I cannot tell you how excited I am. So go Wolves. There you go.
Good for you. Good for you. And is that the team that has the American phenom playing on it?
I wouldn't call him a phenom. They do have an American who plays in central defense, John Anthony Brooks, who's an outstanding player. I think he might be dual citizenship, German and American, but he has played for the American national team in the past. But no, there are quite a few young American players in the Bundesliga, which was really, really exciting, and actually bodes really well, I think, for the U.S. men's national team in the future, right? Because the U.S. women's national team is awesome, right? They win all the time. They win the Olympics. They win the World Cup. Yeah. They're great. And the men's national team kind of stinks. Like we haven't been any good in a while. And but there's a lot of young American male players playing in some of the top European leagues, including the Premier League, as well as in the Bundesliga, as well as in Italy. So it's exciting. And and one last soccer note, my other team, my real team, Liverpool, who I've been rooting for 25 years, had a miraculous victory yesterday. Okay, I'll set the scene for you, George. I can tell you're not as a big European soccer fan as myself. 1-1, 90 minutes plus. We're in extra time. The last kick of the game, Liverpool wins a corner kick, right? It's going to definitely be the last kick of the game. So what sometimes happens is the goalie will just vacate his net, run down to the other end just to give one more attacking player to try to score the goal, because the game's going to be over after this kick. There's no more time, right? Yeah. The Liverpool goalie runs into the box. Liverpool kicks the corner kick in. The Liverpool goalie heads it into the goal. Liverpool wins 2-1. Last kick of the game.
That's amazing.
It was incredible. Only the 6th time in Premier League history that a goalkeeper scored a goal. I'm surprised it was even 6 times. So that's your update. You can catch all of this on my other podcast, Soccer Daily. I had to do it. See, Trish wasn't here, so I could do like 3 minutes on soccer. So
that's an exciting
George, are you one of those dads? Are you one of those sports dads? Are you running around to sports games and activities and doing all that, like with the kids?
Yeah. But it used to be a little crazier than it is now, but 3 kids and they have one sport and they're sort of overlapping a little bit. So it's not that crazy. So, but yes, I volleyball for the oldest, tennis for the middle, and softball for the youngest, which is it's like t-ball softball a couple nights a week. But I enjoy it. I love watching them play. And yeah. Sometimes, I love the tennis because it's inside. We don't get to watch now. Soon we'll be able to go back in. But, back when they were doing soccer, it was like they play soccer, rain or shine. They don't stop soccer. And I remember thinking like, there's 7. Why are we out here? But I do enjoy it.
Little kid soccer is always funny because you always have these like packs of kids, like a school of fish, 20 kids chasing around the ball, no matter where it goes. It's so difficult to get them to sort of spread out a little bit and try to pass it to each other, right? Like that's always the thing. Yeah, all right. I love the soccer talk, George, but I do have one item I thought was interesting, and I'm bringing this up because I do think it's going to be something we'll see more and more in the next few months. Maybe even it's happening already. George, Delta Airlines, which is my preferred airline. Okay. Shout out Delta, Diamond Medallion. All now right. requiring all new hires be vaccinated against COVID-19, requiring it, which I thought was interesting because they're not requiring all the existing employees get vaccinated. They're encouraging it. But from this point forward, according to the Delta CEO, was interviewed last week, requiring it. And I wonder if that's going to be kind of a thing like we're going to start asking for on job applications. I don't know. Like I've not heard of that yet. But obviously Delta is going to ask about it if they're requiring it. So I don't know. Have you heard anything about that? Like companies like requiring it or asking about it on new hires?
Yeah. I mean, it's been more of a theoretical question, right? And that's been coming up. There was one restaurant employee in New York City who a few months ago or a month ago was fired and sued because she didn't want to get vaxxed. Yeah, she didn't want to get vaccinated. So I'm personally, I'm all for it. I think when it comes to safety in the workplace, and I'm good with that. That they have a workplace that is dealing with the public for the most part, or large part, I should say. So I'm good with it. We're hiring a babysitter right now. Got to be vaccinated.
Really?
Got to be vaccinated.
Yeah. Well, that makes sense. I think that makes sense. Sure. And there's a whole nother story for another day. Maybe we can talk about it later in the week. Because George, you're gonna be hanging out with me all week on the Work Break show, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, right?
That's right.
Maybe we can dig into a little more on one of the later shows. One last thing, one quick update. People are following the saga here of what's going on in North Carolina. Still, for me, I was not able to get gas this weekend. I tried on Saturday and on Sunday. And I didn't drive all over Creation because I want to sort of conserve the little bit of gas that I have. Not able to get gas. Did the gas thing shortage impact you guys where you're at, George? You're in the Northeast, I think, right?
I'm in the North. Yeah, we're in New Jersey, and the graphics that they show of that pipeline go into like mid-northern New Jersey. But I was curious, but we haven't had any issues. Maybe we're sort of because we're at the end of it, we have enough coming in from other places. Yes, but haven't.
I'm not too worried yet. I'm not. Well, I do have to go to the airport on Friday. I have enough gas to get there. I'm not sure I have enough to get back, but I guess I'll deal with that whenever I return. All right, this has been fun stuff, George. I want you to get back to dad duty, dad shuttle, dad taxi, whatever you've got going on today. Right. We'll catch you back here on Wednesday at noonish or so, and we'll like have some more fun. All right.
Yeah.
Thanks, George. Thanks, everybody, for listening.
Everybody.
We'll see you on Wednesday.